Here is the form that we use for the internal HACCP audit. This is our way to inspect our kitchen here at HACC without having to wait for an inspector to come. In our face-to-face sanitation and safety courses, students are required to go to our culinary kitchen and do a random audit. We then save these on file and turn them in for part of our accreditation annual reports from the ACF. Here you can see on the form, to start off, we have this top section here that we need filled out, the date and time of when the random inspection was, who the evaluator is, and who the instructor was that signed off on this report at the end. You can see here this first section is on personal hygiene. The structure of the form has the section and then questions or prompts with areas to check off yes or no, and then what corrective action should be taken or was taken. It's important when you have an audit or you get inspected to take corrective action immediately and have that written down on the inspection. Otherwise, it ends up in the news as you're not correcting it. So let's look at these a little closer here. In our personal hygiene section, you can see students wear clean and proper uniforms, including all of the necessary items. Hair is restrained, fingernails are short and unpolished, jewelry is limited, hands are washed frequently. A good way to tell if hands are washed frequently is checking out the hand sink and seeing how many towels, paper towels, are in the trash can. Making sure everyone is appropriately covering any injuries. There's no eating or drinking. Making sure hand sinks are not obstructed, and they're fully stocked with the necessary items. Cell phones also should not be in the kitchen. Then we continue down here with our food preparation area. In the food preparation area, it starts off determining all food is stored properly. All equipment and utensils are stored properly. Frozen food is being thawed under refrigeration or cold running water, not being left out on the counter to thaw. Preparations planned so that it's kept out of the danger zone. Food is tasted with using disposable tasting spoons. All of these specifics here: cleaning with reusable towels, food cooked to the required internal temperature, and disposable gloves worn during the preparation of ready-to-eat food products. Again, all are internal checks for us to ensure that this is happening on a daily basis. If there is any hot holding, we want to make sure the unit is clean, everything is heated to a safe internal temperature, and that we're checking those temperatures. Here it's even giving you the opportunity to look specifically for any food that's being held above 140 and to take the temperature of that. The cold holding section then, all of our refrigeration, we want to make sure that all the storage is proper. The ready-to-eat foods are on the top. The refrigerators are clean and organized. The temperature is below 41 degrees. All things that you have learned up to this point, we are checking to ensure. The refrigeration and freezer unit. Thermometers are accurate. Temperature is appropriate. The food is 6 inches off the floor, nothing directly on the floor. It's clean and neat. Again, we're using FIFO, and here you're actually recording the temperatures of the refrigerator and the freezer. And this is referring to the walk-in refrigerator and freezer. Now we're going to move on to the food storage and dry storage area. Again, making sure everything is properly labeled, properly stored, 6 to 8 inches off the floor at least. Making sure open food is in containers that are labeled and dated. There's no cans that are dented or leaking, bulging. Food is protected from contamination, as well as all food surfaces are clean. And again, chemicals are labeled clearly and stored away from food and any food-related supplies. The next section refers specifically to cleaning and sanitizing, making sure the 3-compartment sink is set up properly, with the water being clean and free of any grease or food particles, water temperatures being at the correct level for washing and rinsing, sanitizing sink, if using a chemical sanitizer, making sure that is at the correct solution, small wares and utensils, ensuring they're allowed to air dry, wiping cloths are being stored in sanitizer solution while they're in use, and that each workstation does have that sanitizing solution. The last section is on utensils and equipment. Again, making sure that they're all washed and sanitized in between uses, making sure all surfaces are remaining clean. Microwaves are cleaned inside and out if they're available. Work surfaces, again, thermometers are calibrated. Can opener is clean. This one is a big one that it seems to always be missed. And drawers and racks are clean. It's amazing how much food falls in there during production on top of the countertops. Food carts and racks are routinely cleaned, and the cages are inventoried and locked. Again, this is typically where you'll store some specific items such as cooking alcohols. At the end, you will total up all of the things that are in compliance with the yeses, all of the items that have had a no check. You want to total up here how many of those non-compliances there are. And then again, I'll be looking to make sure that there's corrective action written here. This is a way again for us to look at our establishment, our operation, what we're doing, and see if we're making mistakes on a regular basis before an inspector comes in and actually sees this. It's a great learning tool for all involved.